Hey all, and welcome back to the incentive block of the second HFC Sonicathon. Today is day 3, I believe, Flame?
Day 3 of the incentive block, yeah, that stumbled me a little bit earlier at all.
Indeed, it's been a pretty fun day today. We've been covering handheld versions of other games played in the main block of the marathon, and this is the last one for today, the 3DS version of Sonic Generations. I'm going to warn you now, it's not going to be very long, so let's just enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, and what I do appreciate about wrapping up for this game is that I remember it being much less dimpsy than Colors DS was, so we have a bit of a resolution to today's saga.
Nice. How did Colors DS go the second half? I was there for the first one, obviously.
Pretty well, like we had a bit of stumbling around with the Void Wisp, which I was kind of expecting that to give Spire some shit because it's the fucking Void Wisp, it controls like shit.
Indeed.
But, you know, it got a good run down toward the end and managed to pick it back up, so I'm happy with it and I hope he's happy with it too.
Now, I covered Generations HD and 3DS with FTA, Smoothies, Sky, etc. And I feel like I was a little bit harsh towards it. Because, as far as I'm aware, this was made in sub 1 year.
Yeah, it really had a short turnaround development cycle-wise. I would say, personally, I don't dislike this game at all. I think it's perfectly okay. If you pick it up, you'll have a fun little afternoon with it, I reckon. The problem is, and I've said this before, but the thing that hurts it most is that it shares its name with one of my all-time favourite Sonic games. And that is very hard to live up to, both in terms of being a handheld adaptation and having a shorter cycle to polish everything up. But yeah, like if you look at this game in a vacuum, it is a good time in my eyes.
It's not the worst Dimps game, honestly. I'm trying to think of what the worst Sonic Dimps game there could be. Actually, bring up a list, Flame. Let's make a thing out of it.
Right, well, I'll answer you straight away and say the worst Dimps Sonic game is Lost World 3DS, but let me go get the others.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's kind of hard to beat the reigning champion. I immediately agree with chat. There should have been handheld levels in here. I wanted to see Bridge Zone, Crystal Egg Zone, like altitude limit, stuff like that.
Okay, so this just has a list of every game Dimps have worked on, but off the top of my head, the ones that they've worked on are the Advanced games, the Rush games, and Sonic 4, as well as like Colors and Lost World.
Alright, well, what would you say the best one they've made is?
The best one's probably Advanced 2. I think they kept their bullshit to a minimum there and just made a really satisfying, fast-paced game.
Yeah.
I think that is just the most consistent one overall. It's only really a couple of the levels toward the end that get a bit dimpsy.
Dimpsy.
Yeah, that is the term that I just sort of stick with these days, because if I say a game's dimpsy, you know exactly what I mean.
Actually, I tell you what you can do for me, Flame. Open up a notepad document. Let's fucking put the Dimps games in the tier list.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so what are we going to do? Like, rank them by S to D, maybe?
Yeah, in a typical Sonic fashion. So, S tier, Advanced 2. I would probably put the first Rush in there as well.
Okay, so S tier, we'll have Advanced 2, Rush. Like, they are the two, like, absolute grapes, yeah. I'm not going to count Pocket Adventure, because although there were some staff who would go on to work for Dimps, it wasn't technically a Dimps game.
Yeah, it was SNK at the time, and then they folded into Dimps.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so S tier is Advanced 2 and Rush. I think I would say that the first Advanced is an A tier.
Yes, absolutely. Good. We're starting strong here.
What other ones will we put up there? I don't know, because I feel like for a lot of the other games, Dimps made a lot of B tier games, I feel. That's where most of them are going to show up. Because, like, B tier, I would say this is probably a B tier.
This is probably a C+ for me, honestly. Disgusting. Do you see that down and B?
Oh no, Tom, you had to press the buttons that popped up on screen for you to press.
Well, I'm sorry, it doesn't feel very natural, alright? Whoa, okay, come on, Tom. Steady now.
It's only Green Hill, we've done this about 3 million times before. But yeah, like, so if we put this C, you say?
Yeah.
Alright, so Generations in C. Let's see, what else? Let's go through them, actually, the ones we haven't done yet. So we put Advanced in A, we put Advanced 2 in S, Advanced 3...
C.
You think that that's on par with this?
I'd put it a little bit below, honestly. So you know what? Let's push this up to B, and Advance 3 can go in C.
Yeah, that works out. Just reconstructing this list because it's very important that this is tidy.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's the advanced games listed. So we had Rush in S. What about Rush Adventure?
I'd probably put that in the B.
That's fair.
So it doesn't have, like, the soundtrack by the composer of the first Rush. It has Etani, I think, trying to emulate that. Plus there's, like, all the overworld stuff, which usually I'd be a big fan of, but I find it a little bit clunky, honestly. And I don't think the level tropes are as fun overall. Plus, like, the story isn't as good.
I feel like, on the whole, Rush Adventure is one of those games that I will go back and play levels for, more so than I would necessarily want to replay the story in full. And that's because the story mode itself is very grindy. There's a lot of going back to pick up items to get to the next place, which I've never been a fan of, honestly. But yeah, so we've got Rush and Rush Adventure. I suppose we could include Colors DS as a Rush game. Where do you think that'd go?
Colors DS, I'd probably put that in the C.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I don't think it's Advanced 3 tier bad, but it's like maybe a higher C, whereas Advanced 3 is a lower C.
Well, Colors DS would be a C+. Advanced 3 is just a C.
We're going to end up dividing this into so many subcategories, aren't we? But yeah, Colors DS we just talked about on stream, but I feel like it's an okay game, but you go into it with the Dimps caveat. Which maybe you wouldn't need for stuff like Advanced 2 or like this game or whatever.
Now, what is cool about the 3DS version of Gens is past Green Hill, all the other zones are exclusive to this one.
Yeah, well, this Casino Night did technically get that little pinball mini game in the HD one, but you know, we get a proper level of it here.
Yeah.
Now, what other ones are we missing? I think after this, Sonic 4. I suppose we'll count episode 1 and 2 separate, given one is clearly so much better than the other.
D and B respectively. Oh, Jesus.
I like that I don't need to ask you which one's which.
Exactly. I'm great at Vidya.
Just update that there.
I know, the Chaos Emeralds. Do I absolutely have to do those to finish the game?
I think so, but they're only short anyway. Yeah, so that's Sonic 4, and I suppose the other one left is Lost World.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with D, honestly.
Perfectly fair, honestly. So yeah, like, I'm looking at this list here. The only thing that I really disagree with your positions here is I would put Sonic 4 Episode 1 as a C and Advanced 3 as a D, so like swap them around. But you know, for the most part, I think the Dimps games are the ones where people have the most consistent opinions with them. What would you do for a tier list of the main Sonic games? I believe you've done that on the channel before, haven't you, Tom?
Yes, I have, actually.
Yeah, so that's out there. I don't think we need to go over that here, because I feel like the time it'd take us to go through, you'll have probably beaten the game.
Exactly.
I'm going to share this list on the Twitter so that people can judge you accordingly.
C for checklist, I guess.
C for Colors DS.
I'll do this, then I'll go back and get the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do like each eras at a time.
Good. Oh, even in modern, these guys are assholes.
This is where in the tweet I put the line, come judge him accordingly in terms of your Sonic opinions, because that's engagement.
Oh, it sure is, Flame.
It's for charity, I don't mind being a bit of a hack sometimes.
Well, I don't usually have a choice as to whether I'm a hack, so just get used to it.
Yeah, but speaking of, I haven't done our little spiel yet this run. We are here raising money for the charity Child's Play. And what Child's Play do is they provide toys and games to children who are in the hospital long term. If you'd like to chip in and help out for the cause, you can click the donate button below the Twitch window, or you can type in the little donate prompt in the chat there, and that will go through to the Tiltify page. So yeah, any money we're able to raise for the charity from this point on is very much appreciated. Okay, Spar has just handed me the link to your tier list video, so I'll share that in chat, and if you want to maybe bookmark it for after the stream.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm talking to chat with that.
Okay, fine.
Unless you want to listen back to your own voice immediately after talking for like an hour and a half.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Keep running, Tom. There you go.
Just keep running, it'll be fine. I really do like this arrangement at Casino Night. It's nice to hear this played on live instrumentation, it just works so well. The soundtrack in general for Generations 3DS is just as solid as the HD one. This was a Sonori soundtrack, just like the HD one, and he did include a lot of fantastic tracks throughout this.
Here goes.
And suddenly the subscribers amount gets lower and lower after seeing the tier list.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
I don't think it's that bad. Like I said, there was only one thing there I disagreed with.
Alright, special stage time.
Oh yeah, and this song, I think I pointed this out in the Heroes run, but when Cash Cash came to remix this, they actually remixed the other Heroes special stage theme, like not the one that would get you the Emerald. But I'm also okay with that decision because I really like this particular song.
It is kind of better, yeah.
It's got a lot more energy to it, which for a special stage like this, that's exactly what you want. And I also like that this controls much better than it did in Heroes.
You are not wrong, my friend.
Because Heroes, it's a case of just mash the button and hope for the fucking best. Yeah, British Dragon, that's fair. I'll probably bring it up properly when we get to the level, but there is one song on this soundtrack, or like one level in this game, where the music doesn't hold up.
I kind of has Emerald, please. There we go.
Now, I don't know if this is just me, but Sonic's model in this results screen, it looks like they've stretched him wider than he should be.
Wide Sonic.
Yeah, like compare it to this shot of him here where he looks normal. Like a moment ago he looked like he'd just been stretched out, like it was like a kind of animorphic thing going on.
Most peculiar. Alright, round two.
Grand Finale asks what Hell Dragon's up to these days. Like, if you two are still in contact, like you two watch a lot of stuff together from time to time, don't you?
Yeah, we watched some Game Center CX last time we hung out.
Ah, cool.
He's just working. He's a working lad.
Yep, he's moving up in the world, and I admire that a lot.
Mm-hmm. The resolution of this makes it kind of hard to discern between Balloon and mine at a distance, but I will persevere.
It's fine. I really got some mileage out of that excuse in All Stars Racing Transformed earlier, so I'll let you have that.
Good.
I wonder who'll come on for KH4 when that releases. I think it's probably going to be a little while before we even have to think about that.
Mm-hmm. That's 2.
Just 5 more left. I'm kind of embarrassed it took me a moment to clock onto that.
Ah, numbers. How do they work?
Like, I might be good with statistics, but I was never good at pure maths.
Well, I mean, you are a statistic, mate, let's be honest.
In many ways. Am I supposed to take that as a threat or not? I don't know.
No, I'm just saying what we're all thinking, and what I am as well, so... So in the HD version you had Sky Sanctuary. Here, you have Mushroom Hill.
I think Mushroom Hill looks really pretty in this version, so I'm okay with this being here.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the razor light you see coming through the trees there.
The God Rays, as it were. Ah, you motherfucker. It's okay, we get more rings.
And I really like Mushroom Hill's theme as well, so again, I'm also happy with that being here.
It works. Bollocks.
Is the title not updated? I can do that now.
It's okay, he's just trying to do 10,000 things in the course of running a charity marathon.
I mean, you're the one actually playing the game right now, so I'll let you have that now.
Well, I wasn't being facetious, I was telling the truth.
Sonic Generations 3DS, not Pound DS,
Ah.
as I nearly put it.
That's funny. This is where a special ring would be, so they just put like a ring of rings.
Yeah. Which I suppose works. Oh, and I just remembered what happens at the tail of this level and I'm laughing again already.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Spa. Pound DS, more like Pound D's nuts.
Yo, got him! We did it, Reddit!
I'm getting concerned that every time you say that, it becomes a bit less ironic.
Oh, Jesus. I closed my Reddit account a long time ago, you don't have to worry.
I kind of abandoned Reddit, except for this one time recently where a streamer I watched opened a Reddit account as a joke and just went and got everyone to spam shit.
Yeah, lovely jubbly. I believe you were talking about the end there in Classic,
Yeah.
when they put a friggin' like checkpoint right before the goalpost.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but the reason that is I don't know if you guys would have noticed from how quickly we ran past, but those levels, the classic levels, are remade one-to-one to their original versions, but obviously 3 and K would finish with an Act 1 boss there, which this game doesn't have. So like, in 3 and K it made sense that you would have a checkpoint just before you fight the boss, but obviously, you know, they didn't think that that would be a bit redundant here, so they just left it in.
Alas.
What's your guilty pleasure Sonic game that you like to replay?
Secret Rings or 3D Blast?
I don't know, I don't really have any that, you know, because guilty pleasure, that kind of implies that you know it's bad, but you enjoy it anyway, and I don't know, I do see genuine merit in all the Sonic games I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, even 06, like, I do enjoy going back to 06 from time to time, but like, the fact that I'm enjoying it proves that it's doing something right, even if it is a technical mess.
Mm-hmm. Going up.
I forget, does this game have the stomp like the other Dimps games do?
I think you're learning later.
No, okay. Funny how Dimps made classic Sonic physics close to the actual classics when Sonic Team said it was basically impossible. I don't know, I feel like both this and Generations HD sort of miss what made classic Sonic physics work, but they're both fun in their own right. You just sort of have to mentally detach yourself from the fact that it's classic Sonic.
We.
Yeah, Forces, I'm not sure how they got classics so wrong with that, because like I say, Generations, it wasn't accurate, but it was fun, whereas Forces classic Sonic was just kind of meh. Rare sighting of 3D in the 3DS game.
Ah!
Yeah, you gotta remember that one last jump.
That was a Dimps moment right there. That's fun. I like Mushroom Hill modern.
Yeah, like I like having that little set piece at the end, even if it is just a very basic thing. It gives it a bit of a distinction, like between that and the classic one. But yeah, Alex, the video you're talking about, that was FTA who had that reaction to the Captain mission.
I mean, wouldn't you? Jesus.
Well, I honestly can't remember what my initial reaction was to that, because I first played that game years ago.
Indeed.
I would replay Sonic Schoolhouse peak perfection. After seeing the stream the other day, I kind of agree.
Retake.
Yeah, sometimes you need it. These special stages, like, they control a lot better than the Heroes ones, but those bombs are always going to be those bombs.
I mean, it's just, like I said in the previous one, seeing where they are next to the brightly coloured balloons at a distance.
It's that, and also the background kind of doesn't help you see what's going on either.
Do 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 do.
As far as saying, I don't remember all the HFC's playthroughs scene by scene. I remember all the parts where I say something awkward, and it still fucks with me head, like, some of them, like, 5 years later. I'm good at that.
Oh, flame. Have a Chaos Emerald.
Have a fat Sonic with a fat emerald.
He's not fair.
He's stretched in that shot. Like, I can't see how you could not see it.
Maybe because I'm playing the game and not playing myself. It's okay, edit
But
that.
you're not meant to do... I'm not editing that line out. Fuck you, that's staying in.
Well, I was actually going to say get rid of the first take, but whatever.
I'm gonna do that anyway. You can trust me on that shit.
Oh, Metal Sonica.
Oh yeah, the race parts of this version of the game are a huge downgrade compared to like the Metal Sonic Fighting Generations HD.
Why, hello, everyone!
Oh, what?
I feel like these cutscenes are definitely one of the parts where you notice it being a much smaller project than the HD ones, because like some of the other games on handhelds have had video files rendered off as cutscenes, but you know, making that work and also leaving enough space on the cart for everything else is kind of a task in itself, which is probably why the Lost World cutscenes are so damn compressed. So I don't know if people who don't work with video necessarily realise this, but video files can be fucking huge, and the games that have video files as cutscenes, it's usually those cutscenes that take up the majority of space on like either the cart or the disc. Because the thing about gameplay is that the gameplay can just pull pre-made assets there, and just repurpose them as and when the game needs them, whereas a video file, it just needs to be that video file. And so, even if those characters have reappeared elsewhere in the game, no, they've just got to render the whole bloody thing and fill up the space they're working with. And I think 3DS carts allow for a gig file size. I may be wrong there, but I feel like for DS carts that was like the absolute maximum they could use. Whereas for 3DS, I think they would start around a gig. As far as saying, case in point, my Colours DS stream's 21 gig. Yeah, we've had some that are way bigger than that this marathon.
Those races are weird, because it's like you'll be losing, oh, you win.
It's like reverse rubber banding, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The in-game cutscenes are basically just text files that you can pull up. You can have basically as many of them as you want nowadays.
Big arm, baby.
Sickest remix in the game. Probably not going to hear the good part though, because this really doesn't go on that long.
Nope.
Though that in itself is kind of an improvement over, like, say, the Rush bosses, because the Rush bosses, I never really liked them because they were all very cycle-based. So you would have to wait for him to do his pre-scripted thing before you could get an attack in. And it would just drag out longer than it needed to. Yeah, that sounds about right. British Dragon, I think the max for a 3DS cart can be 4 gig. Usually you get different versions of the cart depending on what the game itself needs as like a cost-cutting measure for the smaller games.
There you go. Good.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward to jump over him when he does that. Yeah, look, we're only just getting into the song proper and there's only 2 hits left. It's so hard to play in Clone Hero, I can imagine, especially if they properly chart all the solo and everything. Yeah, see, we didn't even get into the guitar solo properly in that run.
Too bad. Anton time.
I prefer just snowy time.
Nah, don't we all?
FE Fates likely had the biggest cart because the special edition had all 3 paths on one cart. Maybe. Like, I haven't played that game myself, but I know that had the thing going on where like the original one was split into multiple games and then they had like a special edition. Although I kind of just assumed that was a Pokemon kind of thing where they split up the games, so maybe not. Because the thing with the Pokemon games, although there are a lot of differences between them, that's able to just use in-engine variables, which take up basically no space whatsoever. Anyone gonna try Multiverses when it comes out? You interested in that, Tom?
Maybe.
I know it's got one of your favourite characters in it, so that's probably what's got you alright.
Oh, of course. Thank you for actually just saying that normally and not mocking me for it.
Okay, you Tumblr cock.
Thank you.
Now we're back to normality, you can rest again.
Normality, I was like tenser than a fucker.
Yeah. No, it's not really my kind of game. I did watch a bit of Axel playing it when he played the alpha like a little while ago on stream. And that's up on the channel if you're curious about that.
I got this.
Got him.
Yeah, Objective Binary, I saw that. Apparently for the earlier Pokemon games for Gen 1, there was this idea that they had in early phases where it was going to use like this random number generator system to create like almost infinite possibilities for where like different Pokemon spawn and like all the different variable elements. And I'm glad they cut that down to just having versions because I feel like that would just make the games a bit of a clusterfuck.
So yeah, Sonic learns the homing attack from himself in this canon.
I choose to not acknowledge this canon, because the homing attack doesn't often work in 2D.
Alright, so we got Emerald Coast and Radical Highway. There's also missions, which we're gonna completely ignore.
Fair. I feel like the adventure representation, like Adventure and Adventure 2, is probably the weakest part of this particular game.
Emerald Coast and Radical Highway are decent picks.
Like, they're decent picks, I just mean like the level design in the levels here.
Oh, okay.
Emerald Coast is very blocky. You'll see that there's a lot of points where it's just sort of Colours-esque level design with these random wooden crates that don't really fit the environment after the first time and just break your flow. And Radical Highway has a lot of the, you know, you hold right for like 30 seconds and that is the level. Gens HD leads to Mania and Gens 3DS leads to Sonic 4. I guess, kinda. Although saying that, like, it wouldn't be the first 2D game to have the homing attack, because Advance 2 had that, actually. But I'd never use it in that game because you don't need to.
Yeah, I think Rush has it as well.
I'm not sure if it does. Like, I think as part of the trick system you can kinda home in, but like it doesn't use it for like homing chains like this game and Sonic 4 do.
Right.
Have you played Neon White yet, Tom?
I have it. I purchased it. I'm going through the games that I have right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. So it's on my backlog.
That's fair enough, yeah. I saw a couple of screen caps of that. I haven't looked into it properly to see what it is. It's like a shooter kind of game, isn't it?
Yeah, with cars. It's kind of hard to describe, actually.
Alright, it might be one to look into, but I also have a backlog of games I want to play first. Rush does have a homing attack. You press R while jumping. I vaguely remember that now, yeah.
Hey, bit of 2.5D for like 1 second.
I suppose given they were repurposing assets from Rush because of like the tight schedule they were on, it does make sense that there's not much in the way of 3D stuff.
I'm not complaining about it.
No, it's just like, I kinda wish that, given it was... I remember it being a fairly early 3DS game. It would have been nice if it kinda had more stuff to show it off, to like... even just to make it distinct from the Rush games. But like I say, it's a fine platform as it is. But remember, Tom, jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2, 3 and 4.
I understand now.
That is the quicker way of getting down from that section, to be fair.
I've rescued Tails.
It is implied you rescue Tails.
You're too good of a pilot to just crash like that. No, I gotta crash the road. Wow! And now we do it again with Boost.
Yep, get ready to boost through basically the same level. I wonder what happened to Sonic. I love that line so much. I feel like it's kind of a shame that they picked Windy and Ripley as the theme for the modern Emerald Coast, because I feel like Azure Blue World is the more fitting Speed kind of song.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. See, Sonic is friend to dolphins, it's orcas that fucking hate him.
Basically, yeah.
Just holding down the boost.
Maybe the reviewers were right sometimes.
Maybe they were. Maybe they were.
Like, a lot of the problems that we saw in the Metal Era Sonic feel like they were kind of reacting to the more disingenuous criticism that Sonic got the years prior. But when it comes to like the way boost works in stuff like Forces, that feels more like it was a self-fulfilling prophecy than anything, because Forces is probably the biggest offender of the modern games for being like hold boost to win. Are there any arsehole dolphins in games? We're not repeating that part from the original Sonic-a-thon, don't worry.
No, no. What the fuck was that about?
Hey there, Protector and Memes, welcome to the stream. We've played All-Stars Racing Transformed and Colours DS earlier, and now we're on the final game of the day, Generations 3DS.
Woo! Gotta try not to die again. That was embarrassing.
It's fine. Yeah, the Forces levels being like 3 seconds, these kind of follow on from what I was mentioning, because it's like they've simplified the boost gameplay so much that there's not really much else going on in those levels.
No.
Bugs me that they chose a shadow level for this game. I'm okay with Radical Highway being the pick, it's just the level design that they used for Radical Highway that I have a problem with.
I would have gone with Pyramid Cave myself.
That could have been cool, yeah.
And I guess instead of Emerald Coast, go with Red Mountain or Ice Cap.
Yeah, that could have worked, although I feel like, given they use Speed Highway in the HD one, like, Emerald Coast is the other obvious pick for Sonic Adventure, isn't it? Because whenever we start brainstorming our wish lists for what levels we would like, so it makes me go back to being salty we never got DLC all over again.
Yeah, well, here comes Frontiers.
I know it's been over a decade, but I'm not good at getting over things.
Same, mate, same. There we go, you go there, you go there, you go there. Not sure if I was meant to jump for those or not, but oh my god.
Yeah, Ice Cap in the second Sonic film was great. I really liked that entire sequence.
Hello, Emerald.
Just a little bit more.
Took me a bit, but I got it.
Yeah, Generations does still have quite an active modding community, which is really nice to see. Question for the HFC crew, what would be your ideal level selection for Generations 3DS in particular? And Protector and Memes says that theirs would be Bridge Zone, Underground Zone, Sunset Park, Secret Base, Music Plant, Cybertrack, Water Palace, Haunted Ship and Asteroid Coaster. I feel that there's some good picks I would love to have seen. More of like the 8-bit representation. That's pretty much where I stand with my picks. I would rather have some slightly more obscure deep cuts rather than just using the obvious picks for each game.
Cash Cash Remix.
Arguably some of the weaker remixes in this game's in my eyes.
Well, go to hell.
Is this the hill you want to die on, Tom?
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't think it should have been exclusively handheld games because I feel like that probably would have hurt sales a bit because a lot of the like handheld Sonic games are more obscure in their own right and they kind of need to have some recognisable levels to advertise. So I get that. But, you know, I would have liked if they'd sprinkled in some of the other levels in with them.
Yeah, let's have Gigalopolis Zone.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this the other day, but I would like to have seen that, just to see a whole new generation of kids trying to learn how to pronounce that word. This is the better of the Radical Highway remixes here, but it's still not... It's definitely not one of the stronger ones. Because kind of goes against what I usually like from Cash Cash's more dubstep kind of music, because they're usually pretty good at pushing a melody at the forefront of a dubstep track. But this melody, like the original song, doesn't really give them much to work with here, so it just feels a bit generic dubstep kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Dario's done some amazing stuff in the modern community.
Good.
Yeah, Docto, I feel like that's kind of where I was getting at, in that for me, with what I like about dubstep stuff, when it's done right, I feel like you need to use like the wubs as though they're like an instrument track, when it's like complementing another melody. And that's why I feel like a lot of Cash Cash stuff is so great, because they're very good at that. It's why also I'm not that big on some of the other, like the more mainstream dubstep stuff, because I feel like a lot of the compositions for that tend to be like the first half of the song is just wait for the drop, then the drop happens and that's kind of it. And so like you could, in like a lot of those songs, you could swap them all out for other songs and you wouldn't really notice much of a difference. Asteroid Coaster could have been a sick pick, yeah, either in the HD version or the 3DS one. Although maybe not in the 3DS one, because they would have brought back the Void Wisp for that, and we kind of didn't need that again.
Yeah. D4, you could have done better. Alas.
D for Dimps.
I guess, yeah.
This was the first Sonic platform to have online multiplayer. I think you're right about that, yeah.
Huh. Most bizarre.
If you connected now, I wonder if anyone would be online.
Well, I tried to earlier, but I don't have the correct Wi-Fi things active, I don't think.
Oh, fair.
I mean, it's not like I use this for online.
Yeah, you've got your own, like, dedicated capture 3DS, haven't you? So it kind of makes sense.
Well, I mean, my phone, so...
Alright.
Rocket!
Yeah, their stream mix is a fucking mess. It's worse than I remembered it being.
Yeah, oh yeah, the farm one.
You wish that Sonic Generations had a unique final level rather than just having the cog thing? Yeah, I agree. Especially after the cog thing broke on me when I was streaming it the other day.
Wow, yeah, I remember that.
Like, that was the first time I'd ever seen that happen. Apparently the Mario Kart DS online community is still going. Yeah, I think someone put together like a custom server for that to connect to now, since Nintendo disabled the original ones.
God bless them.
Oh, it is nice when people do find workarounds to keep online games running, because that is always like the one of the big concerns about online specific games, that,
Fuck.
you know, you're mostly at the company's whims. It does remind me of when the Halo 2 servers were shutting down years and years ago, like the original Xbox version. There was like a handful of people who realised that as long as they kept connected, they stayed in game and they didn't turn their Xbox off, they would stay connected. And there was this small team of people that were just waiting to see who would be the last man standing, and I think it went on for like a good 3 or 4 weeks before they got like disconnected properly.
Ah.
Yeah, there's like unofficial ways people have found to reconnect their DSs onto servers. I'm not sure whether they're playing the game now on actual DS consoles or whether they're finding emulation workaround, but that's something that you can do one way or the other. Okay, we have a new donation from the British Dragon for $1, who says, "Hey there again, take my last pound for the weekend, keep up the good work and happy suffering." Thank you very much for the donation, mate, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the platforming in this level is not great. It works on consoles too. Silver Dude says that he still has the Wii version of Mario Kart connected online on his Wii. That's cool.
It's the most beautiful thing I've heard all week. Keep running, Sonic.
I remember Mario Kart Wii being a lot of fun back in the day, but it's one of those games that was pretty much entirely replaced for me the moment that 8 came out. It's like such a step above in just like the tracks, the balance, the control, everything really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on stream a little while ago, Manspider. It is really cool to see that Corona is partnering with Sega. Because, like, she's a perfect rep for, like, Sonic games and that. Her Sonic streams have been some of the most positive, like, first-time Sonic playthrough streams I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, Protector memes, you'll take your Pinball Table DLC and you'll like it. That's good enough.
You'll fucking enjoy it. Yes, I believe a back and forth between a certain someone and a certain other someone on today's You Know What part was, why do you keep making fun of stuff people enjoy? And the other person says, because it's fun.
Why did they drop me though, I wonder?
I really love this track.
Yes, like, yeah, guys, sometimes you have to pick one specific grift and stick with it. If you got two going on that are counteractive to each other, it doesn't fucking work.
No, not at all. Oh, what a feeling when I could have been on the ceiling. Oh, this is getting a lot trickier.
Yeah, it definitely picks up.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I feel like Generations DLC would have been something that they could have kept going consistently for a little while. Like, there was clearly demand for it, and also it's just like, if they put out a level like Classic and Modern at a time, they could get a constant feed of people coming back for more.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that happens nowadays with like season passes and things. I reckon that had this been happening nowadays, that would have been like the smart way of selling DLC for a game like this.
Too bad. No DLC time.
Silver Dude says, if you like pinball so much, Flame, maybe we should have added the Game Gear version of Spinball to today's blog. Nah, I don't think so. I think if you want to see that, Donnie did a playthrough of that version of the game a good few years ago. Go watch him play it, because he's probably the one fan of Spinball that I know.
It all starts with this. A nice cock containing the ultimate power.
Christ.
That Spinball run was good, by the way.
Yeah. At least they put Shadow's boss in somewhere that makes sense in Radical Highway, as opposed to just dumping Metal Sonic in Casino Night.
No, he wasn't in 2, was he?
Nah. He showed up in the best classic Sonic game.
Good. Shadow, wait for me. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he can boost too. Shadow DLC in Forces was okay. I kind of wish he got some original levels rather than the ones that he got just being like, we'll plonk more enemies and spike balls and shit over the other levels, but it was kind of nice to see him get a little bit of a story, even if it was like giving us little drops of it.
I disagree. I don't think it was worth it at all.
Well, I mean, it was free DLC and we got a few lines of dialogue, which is more than they've done with Shadow in the 10 years beforehand.
I guess. Oh, Jesus, I forgot all about this.
Yeah. But no, I feel like I'm maybe more apologetic towards that purely because I get to play as my first owner again after so many years, so, you know.
No shit.
But the BioLizard here, I remember being a lot easier to play through than in SA2.
Mr. Nice Cock himself. No. No, why do I keep jumping over these things?
This version of supporting me is okay. I think my favourite is the one from Forces, actually. Well, this one does benefit from lifting the vocals up a lot more than the SA2 one. Which that is something I did have as, not really a complaint, but it's something that I did always notice about the SA2 Everett Bradley songs, in that the vocals were mixed way down to a point where you could barely make out the lyrics.
You good, bro?
We got to see him roundhouse kick Infinite in the head, the DLC was worth it. You know what? Fair.
You're bringing up valid points there that I can't refute.
It's like there's 2 games now where the highlight is Shadow kicking someone in the head.
Oh yeah. I'm so used to the 3D version of this. I was just waiting for it to come at me.
Yeah. Apparently you can just boost into the BioLizard's mouth when he's vulnerable. When he's vulnerable.
Okay. You're not wrong.
Another highlight of Forces is Sonic beating up Zavok. It's just a shame that the Zavok fight in Forces is just so bland. Yeah, sadly our Zavok Day celebrations are over. We've done both versions of Lost World now. Halfway done? Why did they save that for Zavok specifically? Probably because they knew there was an audience for people wanting to beat the shit out of Zavok.
Me.
What level does the BioLizard learn Shadow Ball?
Level 64.
Why doesn't he have back legs? I suppose he's a prototype, so, you know, he's going to be missing a few parts here and there.
The ultimate life form, quotation marks.
He's the prototype of the ultimate life form. There's still work to be done.
It said B, but I pressed A.
YOLO. I mean, it's 2011, so I've got to be faithful in every way, right?
Interesting.
You can tell this isn't the SA2 version because the homing attack's actually locked onto those pink things.
Oh shit, got him! Sweet Jesus.
Little bit more, little bit more.
Yeah. Not bad. Also, much easier than SA2.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
You did it.
No, you
son.
didn't, Sonic.
Exactly. That.
Although I suppose he fought him in space and it's the same monster. I'll let him have that, actually.
Whoa. It is implied that I am here. Hey, BJs.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, mate.
Sure, why not?
You unlocked Red.
What? Ah. Ah. Oh,
Yeah, the time meter isn't quite as loud in this version, which I am very grateful for.
Indeed, thank Christ.
be careful, Sonic. You did it, Sonic.
You said a thing, Sonic.
Oh yeah. Hey there. Wow. Yes.
Recursive science.
This definitely won't fuck up any timelines or anything.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Classic Tails' voice is the same as modern Tails. Like, it's the same character, just played a little bit higher.
Sounds like it.
So now we have our handheld representation at last toward the very end of the game.
Well, at least they picked a couple of good levels.
Yeah, true.
Back to back, spin on its back.
Back to back, on the turntable's back.
Indeed. Truly, philosophy in its highest, purest form.
Well, apparently in the Japanese dub, the two Tails have different voice actors.
Bit weird.
It's so easy to accidentally fire yourself into them bombs as they go up.
No!
Need all the checkpoints.
Wee!
Well, I seem to remember it being the modern version of this level that got the really cool remix. So, kind of looking forward to that one a little bit more.
There was a checkpoint there, but this is modern Sonic. In the guise of classic Sonic, so there'll be another one in like a minute.
Basically, yeah. So please don't drown between now and then. There's an underwater filter on the music, Silver Dude. That's probably what you hear in there.
Kind of cool how they timed it, whether that was intentional or not, to be coming out of the water.
I don't think they timed it to you specifically somehow, but if it sounds cool, it works. Yeah, some of the lyrics are hard to make out, but it is back to back on the turntables back, which is taken from, I believe the song's called "The Haunted House of Rock" by Houdini. It's like a over-the-top cheesy rap song, which is really cool. That guy just doesn't get the fucking hint, does he?
No. I mean, if Sonic's here, I'm going to try and destroy him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Protector memes. For the modern levels in this game, they are just using CD quality versions of the original tracks. It's the modern versions of it that like get the new ones. I feel like this level loses a lot of its luster not having the jumping between two screens thing.
A little bit.
Because like you've still got the same simple kind of level design, but without the flash from it. But I am glad that for both versions of the song that they used, they did keep the Sonic ones. Because like they could have done the like Emerald Coast thing and just used the two different versions. And I know they would have picked the Blazy mix if they did that, which I just don't like as much.
Fair enough, mate.
I feel like in general on the Rush soundtrack, it was Sonic who got the better versions of the songs, and then Blaze just got the we made it different because we kind of had to do something different kind of versions.
Alternate version.
Yeah. Like there are some that worked. Like I like the extra little guitar intro that Ethno Circus got in the Blazy mix. That's about all that's really coming to mind.
I do not like Ethno Circus' theme at all.
Well, you're fucking wrong.
Alright.
It's a fucking highlight. It's Pete Naganuma. I won't have to go high pitched if you stop being wrong.
Oh, shit, fuck! Too fast.
There is no such thing as too fast. You're playing the Sonic. Yeah, this is the remix where you got the cool Cash Cash instrumentation coming in. Bone the Cat, I still prefer the Sonic version of what you need.
Good.
Credit where due, that's some good classic Sonic level design right there.
Really?
That not so much.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I wonder if it's intentional in this version of the level that sort of looks like Abatos in the background.
Probably not.
Probably not, because it looks sort of like that in the DS version, but not quite as distinct, which is kind of what makes me think that it might be, but you never know, really.
Bum 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 bum.
I don't know if I would compare the Blazy versions of the songs to like Act 1 and Act 2 variations, because like for a lot of the games that had that set up, like for Knuckles, it would usually be that the Act 1 version would establish the melody, and then Act 2 would double down on it and speed it up a bit. Whereas the Blazy mixes tend to change the melody a lot of the time, like especially for stuff like Back to Back. Alternate timeline where Sonic can breathe.
Really? Ballin'.
Nice one. You got a B despite dying so close to the end there.
Really? I'm gonna be honest, I'll take Tropical Resort over fucking Planet Wisp for a last stage.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Because at least that feels like a celebration.
Like, Planet Wisp could have worked if they'd spent it, like, more on the outside section and it was just like a really pretty spectacle at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But it ended up becoming just a boring base level that was on screen for far longer than it needed to be.
Yep. Balls.
Yeah, if it was more faithful to the original Planet Wisp, maybe it could have worked. But I always kind of saw the Generations take on Planet Wisp as kind of like a bad future thing, given it's got a lot more of the like Eggman machinery than the nature part of it. And that doesn't really work out that favourably when there's a part of the level I like and a part of the level I don't.
Mr. Emerald.
Gotta work a bit harder for it yet.
I'm back here, you bastard, I see you!
He listened.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the emerald colours are consistent. Not necessarily the order that you unlock them in, but like I think ever since Adventure they've kept the same design pretty much. In fairness, I don't think Tropical Resort in this particular iteration, mainly the modern version, I think they do work as a final stage, even though they probably shouldn't. Don't think there's anything up there.
It's okay.
We had to look. Yeah, the Act 2 remix is fantastic. I think it's fantastic. I know it's a bit divisive because some people don't like that particular synth sound, but I like it a lot. I kind of also wish for the colours levels brought back in both versions of Generations, that they didn't build them around the Wisp though, because like Spike's a bit shit in the HD version and Burst. I never really was that huge on Burst in general. Who's driving those cars in the background? I guess it's maybe like the staff from the theme park or something.
Yeah, all the robots.
Yeah, they're all driving to work. This is their commute.
Hey look, you saw this like half an hour ago? Maybe, no, more than that.
Yeah, how long have we been going? Let me have a look. Like, just over an hour and we're already on the final level. It is a very short game.
Balls.
Rip. This is exactly why I don't particularly like Burst that much. Yeah, I don't think they could adapt Burst well to 3D. Like, it is very specifically a 2D Wisp. Was Burst 3D in Lost World 3DS? I can't remember.
Thought I was going around in circles for a second though.
I can see why some people might prefer this burst over the way Spike was used in Planet Risk in the HD one, because the puzzles that they tried to do with the Spike, it just wasn't fun. It broke the pace of those levels entirely. Yeah, you're right, Hakume. If they were to bring in Starlight Carnival, but with elements from Starlight Zone brought in, that could have been a cool final level.
Why?
Yeah, you gotta get the timing down for this one.
Why you do this to me, Sonic?
Get that extra long animation of him just awkwardly falling down, just to rub it in. I would have liked to see modern Starlight Zone in general, honestly. I think that could have looked really cool.
Sonic, why?
I'll just bang my head on this wall now, if that's okay.
It's okay, we're good.
You made it. Yeah, I remember it being a lot better in the modern one, although that might just be because of the music.
Wow, Act 2. Lots of fun stuff happening in Act 2, wouldn't you say, Flame?
I'm sure you'll do a fantastic run this time, won't you?
I knew that was coming.
Yep, that was all planned, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Flame, stop holding things hostage. Why am I holding hostage here?
Alright, go around here. Oh, I wasn't really that far into the level.
Nah, it's just you had a series of bad luck, really.
There we go.
Yeah, you got the royal. The way I said no one will ever have to know came out really sinister. You must fear the video editor, for I hold the secrets that you don't see.
Ah. I chose a different path.
Will it backfire? We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, there is the part at the end that you have to slow down and be a bit careful with. Boing, boing. I don't think this strategy's working, you might have to take it a little bit slower. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Just gotta line up your jumps. To be fair, Protector means I wouldn't want to try boosting in this section here.
What a fun level that I definitely didn't die in game over on.
Yep, totally one shot.
First try, baby, first try. Alright, let's get this last Chaos Emerald. Not really sure what happened there.
Yay!
So he learned to boost, which he kind of does in the ending of the HD version.
Yeah, but like they did it as like a charming little joke, so I'm cool with that. It was more an air dash that he did in that.
Yeah, true.
Might control better than heroes, but it sure does get difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the special stage theme reminds you if we didn't start the fire, I sort of hear it.
A little bit. Ow.
Right in the fucking face.
I guess I don't need to expand boost at this bit.
Yeah, when you got the boost pads, they can carry all the weight for you.
There you go. God damn it. And he was doing so well as well.
It's fine, you're still close enough you could get it.
Yeah.
Nice one.
And now, punch Silver in his face.
As everyone has always wanted to.
It's more his destiny than me wanting to.
Both work. Gonna be honest, it would make more sense to just race him in some Black Void than just dump him in Tropical Resort here.
I guess. Although he was in Colours DS, so...
He was, yeah, but, like, you know, in the version that not many people played, but still, like, I don't know, it just doesn't really fit with what I expect from Silver. And I guess that we know it's a much smaller project than the HD one, so they did have to just repurpose Assassin where they could. But, you know, I feel like putting him somewhere else probably would have made more sense. Welcome to the stream, HJ. Let's say I had both versions of colours, they were fun. Yeah, I enjoy the Wii version a lot more than the DS one, but you can have some fun with the DS one.
Not today, fucko.
Yeah, eat shit, Silver.
Nah.
Well, apparently at one point during that he spawned and immediately splattered on a wall.
A new boss has arrived at the boss gate.
Are you excited?
I actually can't remember what this boss is. Oh, I remember it now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, they probably did just pick this because it's a final boss rather than specifically as a fitting modern boss. Which makes sense, but I feel like they probably could have done like a modern final boss, although like we used the one that would come to mind, Egg Dragoon, in the HD one, so there probably wouldn't be that many interesting ones left to work with. Like, I don't really think any of the colours final bosses would be that interesting to bring over.
Oh, okay. That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, so like the problem we were having is just getting a way of sliding under him consistently, but you just got to hold down for that.
Why is it down and B in the levels then?
I don't know, you might be able to do it like that depending on how fast you're going, maybe. I don't know, I'm not too keen on the idea of bringing back the rush bosses because, like I kind of said earlier, they're very cycle driven, which means that they end up wasting a lot of time. Alright, 2 more hits.
Watch out, he's up to something.
He's just going apeshit. I mean, it's sort of cohesive in the sense that in the HD version, Silver was spamming that attack during parts of his fight. So they've got it represented in both, I guess.
Rather play that one than Heroes one any day of the week.
Fair, although in recent times I've ended up feeling less negative toward the Heroes one purely because you can just spam the Thunder Shoot and knock him out that way. But again, that doesn't mean the boss is good, it means you can break it so it's less bad.
Huh? Hey there.
Yeah, that technically wasn't an Eggman fight last time, but, you know, maybe Eggman wanted to have a try on his own mech for once rather than just letting it be used by someone else.
Alright, there we go.
Gotta get him in somewhere.
Why, hello, everyone.
Yeah, Hamstar, I noticed that the schedule on the Tiltify page hasn't been updated, unfortunately. Like, I just haven't got around to that. But if you want to see what's coming up next, we have a little prompt in the chat here. So you can click through and Spar put that together. And to let you guys know, given we did unfortunately have to skip over a couple of the fan games that we were going to run yesterday, that's because Tanner's internet kind of completely shit the bed, along with everyone else in his country, seemingly. So they're just going to be scheduled as and when he's available. It'll probably be a little bit after the marathon itself has wrapped up. But you will get those runs, it's just a case of finding time for them.
I know we said we were just going to put them up in stream order, but maybe fit those in between Unleashed and 06.
We'll see what works, yeah.
Hey.
I probably won't get around to redoing Iron Rifles as streams anytime soon, because like, it's less of a priority given we have playthroughs of those up on the channel. We just want to make sure that like the Creepypasta block and the Megamix block get done, because like those were games we promised as incentives.
Sonic!
Dang it! What?
Oh, yeah, I don't think Sonic's friends are in this one.
No, we don't get the "you got this, Sonic,"
Nope.
unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on who you are.
How could this be?
God, this just doesn't have any impact at all compared to the cutscene.
Looks like fun. Let's do this. Here goes.
Take a look. Take a look.
Clock attacks in my nightmares. Yeah, it's kind of fiddly when he gets to that, but it's one of those major differences between the HD one and this, because in the HD one, the clock attack is functionally useless. It just sort of drags out the boss a little bit longer for no reason whatsoever.
God damn it.
Why you? Leave this one to me. Take a look. Take that.
I mean, Doctor, that's basically how all the attacks in this boss work. Basically, what he'll do is he will cycle through these attacks, and you have to get each one down, like, completely dodged safely before you can move on to the next phase. And that's pretty much his go-to method of getting you here. He wants to waste as much of your time as possible so that you bleed through your rings.
Leave this one to me. Ha. Ha, yeah. Take that. Yeah.
Now we move on to the grabby hands phase, which is... some of the phases are easy enough to read, like it just tells you go left or right, but there's them ones that stand in front of the camera there. And then it's like anyone's guess on your first time until you realise what he's actually doing. And it also speeds up a lot in later phases, so that's something else you've got to be prepared for.
Take a look.
It's fitting for a time-based boss to be a staller. It's just a little bit annoying sometimes, especially when it gets faster with its attacks.
Think you can dodge this?
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Take a look. Leave this one to me. Ha. Take that. Yeah. 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 Think you can dodge this?
Alright, this is the hard part for me.
Yeah, this one can be a bit fiddly to time. fittingly, I guess.
Take that.
I guess it just let you off with a clock section that time.
Maybe so. I'm up here by the time. Ho ho ho. Le ho ho ho.
He got a hit in, so he's allowed to have a ho ho ho.
Take that.
Ho ho ho.
He's enjoying himself, let him have this.
Time and space is at stake here.
Yeah, but he's got a funny voice clip. What's more important, Tom?
Excellent point.
Yeah, the fight's going to go on for a while, whether you're playing this on the HD one or this, but I feel like this one is still the better boss in that it's just better telegraphed what he's going to do. Alright, one more hit.
Alright. Bring out all your annoying patterns, good sir.
Oh, don't worry, he's going to.
Ah, fuck me.
Just shoot fucking everything at you now. Oh, there we go.
Not my best run of the Time Eater and Generations 3DS, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Better telegraph, you mean? That looks like homing shot isn't enough.
Yay!
Yeah, I saw someone did the uptime command in chat. The fact that that final boss did drag out a little bit, and we still got through the whole game in less than 2 hours, you can kind of tell that this was the smaller of the two projects. Because like Generations HD is a short game in its own right, but we've just sort of blitzed through this.
Hi! Sonic!
Sonic!
Good.
In some respects, it's right.
It's okay to lie to children.
Okay, the few years coming out, like, after this, I sort of get the cynicism toward that line. But, like, nowadays, we have Mania. We have, like, we've got a game to look forward to in Frontiers. So, yeah, I think it could be great, you know? Maybe that's not modern bullshitting his younger self.
Maybe, just maybe, it could be good. For once.
Yeah. Look, I'm not being a prick to you this time, so you don't have to make fun of my dumb voice.
Fantastic. I don't know why I'd give that out of 10. That's going to be a tricky media thread entry.
Yeah, like I'm not usually the type to give games a numerical score, like, but I feel like this game, sort of as I said when we were starting it up, it's okay. I tend to have a lot of fun with it when I play through it. But, you know, if I'm going to recommend a version of Generations, like, go play the HD one, because that is an absolutely fantastic game.
Sure. So what do we have coming up tomorrow, Flam?
Let me get my tab back open again. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Unleashed Day, so I'll be here playing the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed, our 480p art.
Indeed. God bless us, everyone. You know, it's funny that Generations wound up on everything except Switch at this point.
Basically, yeah. I remember I got this and Lost World at the same time, and I thought Lost World was better because this was so short. I don't know, I feel like Lost World 3DS really does drag out longer than it needs to. Like, a lot of them levels, especially the more puzzly sort of parts of it. Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan.
Regrettable life choice, that is a very apt name. And don't forget, we are putting the VODs from these runs, nicely edited by Flame here, up on the HFC YouTube channel. Adventure is one of them.
Yep, that's already up. Next up, going live on the YouTube channel at the time of us recording this, will be the... Did you turn Team Sonic Racing live yet? I can't remember.
That's Monday, mate.
Okay, so that will be up, and then Secret Rings will be shortly after that. Not sure when I'll get the chance to edit that, because I've been doing a lot of editing lately, and it's hurting my ears wearing the headset for so long hours in the hot weather. So I'm going to play it by ear, but we'll make sure they're all up eventually.
Monday might be good, because Smoothers is first and then it's Spa.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do then.
There he is.
There's the lad. Doesn't the mood change entirely when the medley gets to this point?
You cheating bastard.
Yeah, I genuinely stand by the fact that the adventure levels kind of got the short end of the stick in this game, and it's kind of a shame.
But I would have replaced Radical Highway with Pyramid Cave, like I said.
Yeah, but like, even just give us better level design, Dimps. You can do it sometimes. A little bit more consistency would be nice.
But they didn't have much time, to be fair.
Yeah.
Today was not as long as I feared it was going to be.
Nah, like, I was expecting Colours DS to go on longer. Like, I'll be honest, I completely forgot that the missions in that game were optional, so that definitely sped things up.
Definitely.
Oh, there's so many songs out there now that use that particular riff. It's just like one of the go-tos. Like, I know it is the Louie Louie riff, but I've heard a couple of other songs that basically use it wholesale as well.
Oh, to have Sonic Colors original on Switch.
Yeah, and like the version of Colors Ultimate that's up on Switch, I do not recommend to anyone. It's a botched port made even worse.
Not a fan. I own it. I haven't even played it yet.
Oh well, you got a Switch on.
No, PS5 actually.
Okay, that's fine. Like, that one at least works, and it runs at 60. But like the Switch version, it's got all the problems that you have with the other versions of it. plus longer load screens and a lower frame rate. So it's like got the short end and in pretty much every department. Hey there, Earthwind and Ice. Thank you for subscribing. Just remember, guys, the subs and the bits and like the Twitch stuff goes to supporting the channel itself. If you would like to support the charity throughout this marathon, please do use the donate button that's below the stream window, just to make sure everything goes to the right place. Stinger time.
I'm in there. Woo!
Well done.
Yay! My one claim to fame. Ah.
Aw,
Son of a bitch, we're in the fucking void.
how could this be?
Again.
Again.
Aw. Aha!
That's fine, Earthwind and Ice. You just came in like right at the end of the streams today, mate.
Join us tomorrow for Unleashed. God, that's hard. Unleashed We. There we go. I said words correctly.
Try not to be clever with that when you're trying to say specific names.
You!
Man, this presentation just sucks all the comedy out of this scene.
Really?
Aw.
Imagine bitch slapping your past self.
To be fair, past me kind of deserves it.
Past me probably deserves it as well, but you know,
It's the only way we learn.
can't go back. Can't bitch slap yourself in the past.
Oh god, what a sentence to end on.
Alright folks, we'll see you tomorrow for the penultimate day of the incentive block with Unleashed We. See you then.